Hello everybody, so today we potentially have some more figures that have stepped into the race to buy Liverpool Football Club. I'm going to hold this down as still a potential. There does seem to be something behind it due to something else that some people have heard about over the past couple of weeks. But let's get into it anyway. So we'll start off with the Saudi-Qatar Consortium. I think I first heard this, probably along with the most of you, a couple of days ago now, when the Saudi Arabian ex-player basically said this in an interview, and it was on a Arabic, I think, newspaper site, and when I first saw it, it was all in Arabic, and then when I changed it over to English, it wasn't on the English website, so that instantly got me thinking a little bit like, maybe there's not much to this, so I left it. And then I've had a couple of people asking me on Twitter about it, and again I've been like, I don't really know, I'll have to look into it. And then today we've had this one from David Lynch, who reports on Liverpool. He's a journalist, he's worked at the Sunday Mirror, Evening Standard, Liverpool Football Club and Goal, and he's wrote something today for sportingnews.com, which is not a site I'm going to say to you that I'm 100% up to date with. Today might be the first time I've actually looked at the site, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. And he's running the same story. He's got a valuation on here of 3.2 billion, and it says that investors from the two Gulf states have agreed to join forces so as to avoid becoming embroiled in a bidding war for the ownership of Liverpool, basically. They're prepared to initially bid in the region of 3.2 billion. And their vast shared wealth puts them in a commanding position as they look to complete an Anfield takeover. He does add there that although the two parties involved are described as private investors, strong links to their respective states inevitably exist. So we don't know who these people are. Is it individuals? Is it a company? We don't know. Sources close to the bid are confident that those relationships will withstand scrutiny to be signed off by the FA, particularly in the light of recent takeover of Newcastle. So they're highlighting the fact that the FA might have a problem with these two groups owning Liverpool. It goes over a bit here as well, where, to be fair, I didn't think that a Saudi-Qatari consortium would work. I was under the impression the two countries didn't get on, and he touches on it here that in 2017 Saudi Arabia was joined by Bahrain and Egypt and the UAE in severing all ties with Qatar, citing alleged support of terrorism. So that's quite significant tension between the country, which is why I honestly didn't think we'd see anything come of this. And then Qatar-based broadcaster was banned in Saudi Arabia, but then apparently they've started to come closer together, and it got me thinking that maybe something like this could help bridge the gap between the two countries, like a business, both invested in it, obviously not at the government level, but investors, build bridges still, slowly help each other out. That's one way I could look at this. Again, there's one problem with that, if the countries were to have a massive fallout again, would that affect Liverpool's ownership, and would we be going down the whole looking for new owners all over again if that were to happen? It's one of them things we'd have to pay close attention to. And the one part of this article that actually gives it some validity for me is the part where it goes on about the European interest, which some of you will know has been mentioned before in the past couple of weeks. And apparently it's a coalition of German investors who are further along in the process of tabling a bid to FSG. The German investors seem to have some sort of Swiss backing as well, some sort of Swiss consortium in there, and the German part of it are supposed to be Liverpool fans. And when I heard the whole Swiss thing, it got my head working cogs. I was like, I'm sure I've heard about a Swiss person wanting to be buying a club in the Premier League, and I'm sure it was something to do with Chelsea. So I did a quick Google, and lo and behold, it's there. I'm probably going to butcher this name, so I'm actually going to probably just write it on the screen around here somewhere. But it's Hans Jorg Wise, I think, the Swiss billionaire, 86-year-old, admitted that he would be interested in buying Chelsea Football Club from Roman Abramovich. This is back in March of this year, but he would only do it as part of a consortium. So this could be one of the guys that's in this German interest that we've got going on. It just makes a little bit of sense to me if he was interested in buying Chelsea back then, but he'd only do it as part of a consortium. That's something we might see come out, guys, later on and over the next couple of weeks, and that one part of it there is what kind of gives this whole article some validity to it and makes me start believing a little bit that this Qatari Saudi Arabia thing is legit. I have kind of thought to myself over the past week or so that we would see a little bit more concrete stuff starting to come out from that region if they were interested, which of course they are, because the club's going to be over there with this Dubai trip. It'd be very interesting to see who actually goes over there. I've seen today that Billy Hogan's gone over, but that didn't really raise anything with me because he is like the head of the club now after Mike Gordon, so I kind of would have expected him to be there anyway, you know, as a representative. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment with this Saudi and Qatar bid. I'm starting to believe it a little bit more now just because of the German link that was mentioned, which I've heard about and a few of us have heard about over the past couple of weeks. So it's good to actually get that out there now, that the European link we've heard about, which countries that could be coming from. Also, just the last thing to finish us off, it came out today as well, which I think we've already heard about, but it's come out a little bit more today that Jurgen Klopp will be staying around no matter who the owners are. He said that he likes working under FSG, but he signed a contract and he will still be around no matter who the owner is that comes to take over the club, which is great news for all those Liverpool fans. You know, we would have all expected him to stay, but it's good to have that concrete wording from the manager himself right now. So great news all around, guys. So yeah, just to finish the video off, I'll probably repeat something I've already said, but the German-Swiss consortium is something I believe in 100%. Those of you that will have also heard this as well will know who has been talking about this for a while, and that they've been saying that there's been a European interest in the club for a while now, and that FSG have actually sat down with this interest. And the fact that this is in the same article as the Saudi Qatari thing makes me think that is legit now as well, guys. So yeah, that's everything I've got for you on this little update for the Liverpool sale. Again, I do think with over the next couple of weeks we might see some stuff come out. We might see the names of who this German-Swiss consortium is, who the Saudi-Qatari thing is, the Dubai interest that's rumoured out there as well. We might actually start seeing who the figures are behind this now. So let's wait and see, guys. If I get anything else that comes out anytime soon, I'll be here with a new video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, give this video a like and let me know in the comments down below what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one.